Ooh, I like how you gotta be taller than everybody. Hello, and welcome to Mr. J's Rock Top 2023. This is first, second, or third one, depending on how well the last couple went.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably first one.
So, Josh, tell them what we're going to talk about today. Oh yeah, you don't know.
I
Ryan,
don't know.
tell them what we're going to talk about today. Oh yeah, you don't know either.
Rats.
Oh yeah, I know.
Whoa!
We should talk about our favorite rock and roll inspired movies.
Oh, there we go.
I like that. You want to start us off?
I like to get you guys cold so you don't have any research. So
I already know a couple.
Well, I'm gonna go through here, and there's a list here I just googled. There's a Rolling Stones readers poll of the best rock movies.
I don't know, a lot of the Rolling Stone stuff I don't agree with.
Yeah, this one I'm reading number 10. Exactly.
Quadrophenia?
Yeah, 1973 rock opera. Well, rock and opera should never go together, and there's no exceptions to that rule, I don't think.
I don't know, Queen made Bohemian Rhapsody work.
As I said. Let's go here. Well, number 9, they're back in the game. School of Rock.
There we go. That's a good one.
So you guys are in on School of Rock? Emma
Yeah.
Kate love it. I thought it was a good movie. I think probably Jack Black's best movie. You could tell he was very passionate.
He was pumped about that.
I'm sure
he tried so hard to get a Led Zeppelin song in there because Led Zeppelin doesn't let anyone use their music.
Oh yeah.
And he somehow got them to play Immigrant Song.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show the dedication of him wanting to contribute to the rock and roll world with his movies.
It's a great way to get kids into rock and roll too.
Yeah.
Because it's like a kid-friendly movie.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point of it, is just he wants to kind of let the younger generation kind of get into rock and roll music when they really couldn't. They were in this really preppy school where none of that was really tolerated, and then he walks in there, even though he's kind of a fraud for, not using his real name as a teacher and wasn't even a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
He went in there and he got the kids into music, and he started a little band and set up group, and it all worked out great. It was a funny movie. Good time.
Anything to add to that, Josh?
Oh, I think it's one of the best rock movies ever. I think it was very well done.
So highly recommend it.
Very highly recommended.
All
Not
right.
just for kids either. It's actually a good movie for adults too. Like, it's not all kid friendly. It actually has some good jokes in it.
Here's another one that I've never seen.
No,
The Commitments?
No, I don't know.
Based on a 1987 novel. Ireland struggle, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Cast playing classics by a bunch of people. Let's move on. Number 7, The Doors.
That movie was pretty trippy.
It
was a trip.
I thought Oliver Stone did a great job of capturing what I would think it would have actually been like back then.
Yeah. I think wasn't that acted as Jim Morrison?
I think it was it Val Kilmer?
Yeah,
was it?
That might have been it. Either way, whoever.
Yeah,
did,
Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
The Iceman. That's what he was. I think he did an awesome job at trying to get into character as Jim Morrison, because Jim Morrison was a hippie dude pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
He was very into psychedelic stuff, and he was very much into poems, and you can tell he got into character, and he kind of understood the depth of how much that meant to him as a musician. So I respect it, but I thought the movie was trippy. Just the way they kind of spoke to each other is even kind
It's a good time capsule. I'm glad it was made.
It is.
And it's a good watch. Yeah. The next one they have here at number 6 is A Hard Day's Night. Have you guys seen it, first off?
That's not the 8 days a week thing, is it?
No, this is something different. It doesn't. I know. I don't think I've seen this one.
I don't think I have either. I've seen a fair amount of like Beatles stuff. I don't think I've ever seen that one.
We'll just get past it. Number 5 is a great movie called Tommy.
Tommy Lee?
Pete Townsend wrote it.
Of the Who?
Yeah. Never heard of it, never seen it. Not to say it's bad or it might be great, but I'm gonna have to check it out.
I'm gonna have to as well because I do like the Who, but I haven't seen that one. Doesn't surprise me it's in Rollingstone.
Yeah.
Article
though. This is Spinal Tap. This is Spinal Tap.
I've never seen it.
Never heard of
All I know
I've
is
never
it's
seen
kind
it.
of a metalhead movie, from what I heard.
It's like isn't it like a mock kind of movie?
Yeah, it's kind of like a goofy, like thrash
Yeah.
metal type comedy.
I don't know why I haven't seen it. I guess I should watch some of these.
That's something I should do because that was pretty good.
And then Almost Famous is number 3.
Yeah, I watched that
I've seen
quite
that
a few times when I was in like grade 8 or whatever. You know, when you were too young to really watch it. And I was like, Mom, could you get me some Rockstar movies? She comes back with that one being one of them, and I thought it was really cool because it was like the movement in like the late 60s to early 70s of that hard rock time, so I really liked that. The Wall. I watched
The
that.
Wall, number 2, The Wall.
I watched it, but I think if you listen to the album alone, because that's all it really is the album The Wall by Pink Floyd. Like, if you're to listen to that, this is basically just visuals to go with it.
I was gonna say, were you high when you watched it? You don't have to comment.
Oh,
on it.
I no comment.
It says if you're a male between the ages of 35 and 50, odds are high that at some point in your life you got fantastically stoned while watching this movie. So, I have not seen the movie, so
I have, and it was really trippy. If you watch it sober, you're gonna be like, what the heck is going on? And I was sober, so I was questioning everything that went on.
and number 1, The Runaways.
With Lita Ford and Joan Jett.
It's
That's who it's
Kristen
about.
Stewart as Joan Jett, yeah.
Yeah, that's who it's about.
Isn't it fairly new? Because those actors
No.
or actresses.
I don't.
Dakota Fanning isn't that old, right?
No, she's not. It's got to be like what? Last 15 years,
The Runaways, yeah. I don't know.
if even.
So you've seen it?
No, I've heard about it many times, but I've never actually seen it.
Weird how it's number 1.
Well, it's Rolling Stone magazine. You're not gonna really expect Tenacious D to be at the top.
2010, you're right. It's like
12
years old. Yeah, that's crazy. Huh. Yeah. So you had mentioned, Josh, that you had some that probably you would put on your list.
Yeah.
Or any ones that didn't make the Rolling Stones
The
top 10?
Dirt, the Motley Crue story.
The Dirt, and that was a made for TV. That wasn't even like a.
No, that's a Netflix special.
Yeah, it wasn't like in the big screen. Although during COVID,
Yeah.
makes
It
a
would-
difference.
No, it was a little before COVID.
Was it?
Yeah, I actually have both of the books, like between the Heroin Diaries and the Dirt biography book. Like, I've read that book and I've watched the movie probably about 20 times. But it's
got
pretty
7
great.
out of 10 on
I just
IMDb. It's pretty good.
when you read the book and you watch the movie, you can't help but think, what if they put this and that? Because there was some details that I do wish they put it.
Machine Gun Kelly,
He actually did a really good job at Tommy Lee.
did he?
He actually did.
2019. So yeah, it would have been just before COVID. All right. So yeah, I mean, it seems more rock and roll to have a movie that's about a rock and roll band than
Yeah.
some of those other ones they had on there. But and also too, like some of those ones from the 70s. I don't know. The Doors, yeah, that's fine. That's
That was
iconic.
Cool. That was cool.
Some of those other old ones, I don't know about that. See, I definitely would have replaced a couple of those.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rockstar, the one with Mark Wahlberg, that was a really good one. I like
Yeah.
that one a lot.
It was alright.
Yeah.
There's movies I like more than that. Like I liked
The Pick of Destiny.
Oh, yeah.
that's
That was a
that's
great
the
one.
ultimate rock comedy movie.
That's the only musical I like.
I wouldn't even really call it that much of a musical.
It was a musical. They sang out their conversations and stuff. That's what a musical is.
But it didn't suck. So I
Yeah,
don't feel like
that's
it
what I'm
falls
saying.
under-
It's like the best musical ever.
Pick
The only good one.
of Destiny. A music.
And this is gonna sound really weird, but you know the movie A Star Is Born
I've
Came
heard
out-
of it.
that had like Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like people are gonna make fun of me for it, but I think that movie was actually really good.
Yeah, I never saw it, but I imagine it was.
The story of it was really good.
The movie That Thing You Do was pretty good. I thought that was a really good one.
I felt
That's
like it
Tom
was.
Hanks in it.
I feel like it was too empty. Like I wish they could have
A
went
little
on.
too bop, like a little too kind of popish.
Yeah, but it was like monkeys and early Beatles and stuff like that. That was like the time they were trying to get, but I don't know. I
The only
never really
problem I
cared for
had
the
with it
numbers
was
and
that they were kind of a one-hit wonder band. But other than that, I think it was pretty good.
Or the Johnny Cash, that not.
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah.
Walk the Line.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite movies for a long time. Just it was so good how Joaquin Phoenix played Johnny Cash, and he. The funny thing about Johnny Cash is he actually met him, and he said to Joaquin Phoenix like that movie The Gladiator he was in.
Yeah.
That was Johnny Cash's favorite movie.
Was it?
Yeah. So he got someone really cool to play him, someone he really admired. So it doesn't get much cooler than that.
That is pretty cool.
One of what I think one of the worst music movies ever is.
You know that never goes good, but hit us up.
Rocket Man.
That one sucked.
Oh, I thought that was what you were
I'm
going
going
to say.
with Metal Lords. I think Metal Lords was such a terrible movie. It's about
Is
these.
that like a
Some Netflix.
It was a Netflix movie and it had amazing ratings on it, so I thought, okay, this is probably gonna be really
sounds
good.
like a Power Rangers spin-off movie.
It was horrible. Like the characters, they were so bad. They were obsessed with metal. They were like, okay, so metal people, when they're mad, they beat up their bullies. So then out of nowhere, the guy punches some dude in the face, and he's so highly influenced by them and so insecure. He's just pathetic.
Huh.
Like I thought it was like the worst.
I don't
movie
think it's
ever.
a well-known movie, so maybe.
It's better off that way.
Yeah,
it's so
exactly.
bad.
Let's cut that part so nobody wants to.
I could
watch
go
it.
on forever. Like it's. I'm
The
gonna be
Elton
done
John
now,
one
but
was a good bring up
Yeah.
because I've seen that one. And I don't watch, like I didn't watch, well I'll bring it up after, but Elton John one, I saw where they were trying to go with it. I just thought that they didn't do a good job.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me. Like if
It was too trippy and like not
not
in a
just
good
that,
way.
but it just I couldn't get into the story because every time they'd have an interesting topic, they'd start singing. I'm like, what the
Yeah,
hell?
it was choppy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I never really cared for that, but
And then there's that Elvis movie.
Yeah, we watched
honestly,
all
I
the
didn't
weird
think
shit,
it was
yeah.
that good. I thought it was just bland.
I was in a hot tub the whole time, so all I could really
He's
hear.
got ladies around him. Oh yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
paying attention.
I was in the hot tub
I
the whole
remember
time,
that.
and the jets were always on, so I could never hear it. But I read the subtitles.
Yeah, I couldn't get it. Seemed too choppy, and like I have to,
I'll watch it again though.
exactly. I gotta watch it and give it a real review because
Same.
It could be our favorite
Yeah.
movie. We don't know because we didn't have the full theater effect on us.
yeah.
It was
It's
too.
also so
echoey.
echoey, like you hear speakers from all the way around, it all just kind of blended in, you couldn't really understand.
And what about the Queen, the movie, the Freddie Mercury?
It was okay.
He feels it's overrated.
I didn't
And I-
know. I
I
didn't
think
see
it's
it,
overrated.
but I get vibes on movies from.
There's a lot of parts they didn't do.
You hear people say it was good, but then when you talk to them further and you get into it a little bit, I'm like, I'm not watching it. Like it just.
Yeah.
I felt like maybe they didn't do a great job, but I haven't seen it, so I can't really officially say. But I just know my senses were like, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
some movies you watch and then you take it out of the DVD player. Like it's just Rocket Man was a big one for
Yeah,
me. where
that one was a
like,
big one for
okay.
me because I was hyped. Like
I wanted
everything
to
I
see
heard,
that.
they were like it was gonna be good, and then I sat down and I'm like, well, I was bored.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get on my phone and just surf the internet while watching it because it just didn't keep my interest.
I just took it right out of the DVD player. I was like, I don't really care for this.
Rocket Man. Just give it a fling.
I'll just stick with his albums
Mhm.
rather than the movie.
So any other one you think should be on
Airheads.
your top 10? Airheads?
You ever watch that?
I mean, back in the day. That was one.
Good
Is
enough.
that Steve Buscemi and Adam
Yeah.
Sandler?
And Brendan
Brendan
Fraser.
Fraser,
It's when they had a band and they like put people hostage so they could play their demo on the
yeah.
radio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was such a funny movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those movies that they're stupid, but
Mhm.
you laugh so much during it. And they got Chris Farley as a cop in it, and it makes your day to see him.
Yeah. Any other ones, Josh?
Not that I can think of. There's probably.
There's been a lot of recent ones, a lot of recent rock kind
In the
of
last like 5 years.
biographies and stuff.
Oh, The Rocker. The Rocker. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. You ever watched The Office?
Yes.
You know, Dwight?
Yeah.
He's the main guy in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's the drummer, and it's just like a really funny movie.
He was in a band that was like Quiet Riot or Rad, just one of those like 80s glam metal bands. And he was about to make it big, like he was going to be the next Tommy Lee or whatever. And they're like, yeah, you guys can have this record, but we want a different drummer. And he was a great drummer, it's just he was too good for him, pretty much.
Okay.
And so, many years later, like 20 years later, he's working in an office job and he's bored and he's living with this band for like so long about how they got so big without him.
Yeah.
And he's pissed off. And he finds out that his nephew started a band. And so he's like, I gotta join this, I gotta spice this band up, I wanna get back out there. And so they make like this little like pop rock band.
Oh
type.
yeah.
It's basically My Chemical Romance. It's not really my style, but I respect it.
I never respect. But I observe it. But it was a pretty funny movie.
That reminds me of another movie that should be on your top 10, I think.
What's that? Is it because I said The Office?
No, think more of Rock Hard.
Rock
The Dewey Cox.
Oh
story.
yeah.
You have me, Dewey. You have me. No?
I still haven't seen that one.
Oh, you haven't watched that
I
one
haven't
yet?
seen. You keep on saying that whole line during like the whole cruise, and I thought it was funny as hell, but I never actually saw the movie yet, and I should.
That's disappointing.
I will watch it
What
tonight.
a great rock
I
movie for
will watch
comedy.
it tonight, and I will let you know.
I think it's
my
very
thoughts on it.
I think you're gonna be like, that's the greatest rock movie ever. Because
I'm
it's right
not
on
even
your
gonna
alley.
doubt you.
I don't want to overhype it, but it's got all the elements you need. Stupidity and
Something-
rock.
stupidity and rock music.
Yeah.
That's all it takes for me to be amused.
So yeah, that'll definitely be in there for me.
All right, how about rock star movies we wish there was? Like there's a rock star, but you wish that there was a movie about
Is
them.
there a movie about Nirvana?
No, but I would be perfect for the role.
I heard there was a little Netflix series coming out, but
Is there? I don't want a series. I want a movie.
Yeah, I want
them
I
to,
want a movie, man.
Yeah.
especially Nirvana. Nirvana wasn't out that long that you need like a whole series. Like,
Yeah,
come on, just short and sweet. Just punch it right in the gut.
Yes, but the thing is, the ending is so controversial
Mhm.
that you get people pissed
You
off.
probably
no matter
get
what.
sued no matter what ending. You could have a choose your own adventure ending, where at a certain point
I know
it's
that'd be funny though. if
what
they
way
did
do you
that.
want to? Which one do you want to try? And then
Trust me, like I'm the biggest Kurt Cobain fan there ever was, but you would have so much hate on either way you would put the story. You would have to end it as if it was a mystery or something like that.
end it before the suicide. End it like
Or murder. See?
Sorry, yeah.
See, we don't.
End it like a week before that. He goes on vacation to Australia or wherever he goes, and then just end it there. Just
He was
credits
in
roll.
Rome. He was in
Rome,
Rome, and
yeah.
then he went to like some kind of rehab facility, and then he escaped back home by a hop in the fence. I know the whole thing, but
Roll
yeah,
credits.
you would have to actually know everything, and the whole case isn't even closed yet, and that's like nearly 30 years ago. I think it would be cool if they got one of like Guns N' Roses. I think that would be cool.
That might have to be a little longer one.
It would be a longer one, but you would see like
It'd be cool to show like how when the band split, it showed they're at the same time, kind of cut to how each one's doing, and then how they come back and separate.
you'd have the whole Michael Jackson feud with Axl Rose. That's part of why Slash and him weren't talking no more.
Oh, was it? Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did make a Michael Jackson movie though.
Yeah, they could probably do a good job with that.
They could, but I'm not a Michael Jackson
But
fan.
again, that gets, I don't know, like, he was such a private person, it seems like you would have a hard time piecing together.
There's a lot of conspiracy theories that.
But you could do enough with just him before concerts and how crazy it was and stuff like that.
Yeah, and his death was a big one too, and by the end when he had all those allegations against him, like you could make a whole separate movie on that too.
One of my favorite movies when I was little was La Bamba.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1987. That was a good one.
I know the song, I heard the movie, never watched the movie.
It's pretty good. Again, it's kind of like a guy from nothing and he becomes big based on singing a song that he doesn't even know the language to. And yeah, and then he ends up dying in a helicopter. Not that I want to spoil the ending or anything. Or plane crash, I guess. Yeah. Anything else? I don't think so.
I think that covers it.
Aerosmith might be a good movie.
Yeah, especially during like when Steven Tyler was at his worst. I think that would be a really fun
And then how he just brought it back together, right? Like,
well, they started making records like they were brand new stuff, not just a washed up band making records for some money. They actually brought out some good stuff.
They like played guitar different, it seemed. Like everything was just sang different. Everything was, it was almost like they just came back with this renewed sense of the world. Like,
Van Halen, I think, too. Between having David Lee Roth to Haggard.
There's some cool stories about Van Halen too,
oh,
right?
trust me,
Yeah.
I've heard so much of them that I think if you were to piece it all together in one big movie, it would be pretty cool.
Yeah, they try to make a series out of it, but no, just give me a movie, like throw in the whole Michael Jackson thing where he does the riff and
the Beat It.
and like driving around a tank or whatever he did the one time.
Limp Bizkit, yeah.
Yeah, like just put it all in a movie and just make the movie crazy. That would be awesome.
That would be a fun one.
Alright, I guess that's it.
Yep.
What is it we always say? Like and subscribe.
Sure.
Yeah. See ya.
Have a good day.
Over average day.